I saw teach that spin out was Don Nelson. And now guys like Anthony Davis with such good footwork. Kendrick Nunn commits foul. That's his second.
Peep your boy out, man.
Yeah.
Hold on. Yeah, you ain't never seen nobody do it like that. Hey. No. 0.
Beautiful finish by Davis. Rondo with his second assist.
Yeah.
Rondo went past Steve Nash and Larry Bird last game in all time.
What is it? I gotta get more more things to rep where I'm at. You dig? All that. Yes, sir. I was gonna throw that on. Yeah, like a turban, low key, but no, put up for straight hell. Yeah, call that boy Sensei Basketball. Rabbi Basketball. Let's go. Rabbi NBA.
Game 1, the Heat led by 13 in the first quarter.
Yeah. So I'm watching this more off my phone, man. This game has been interesting. It's 37-36 right now while I'm watching.
Another good play off the dribble by Duncan Robinson. 8 points for
Jimmy came out hot. The Lakers, dang, I ain't never seen Rondo throw the ball out of bounds like that. Like I was saying, though, the Lakers got hot right when I said they was. Jimmy threw like a little flashy pass. He just scored. Threw a flashy pass. I'm like, Jimmy feeling himself. And at this time, the Lakers was like, it was like 22-12 at that point. I'm like, man, the game about to flip. Because that's basketball. The Lakers weren't supposed to come out cold like that. We all know that. We all know that.
Going back to the same action, putting Duncan Robinson in that strong side and look at Jimmy Butler to try to get to his right hand going towards Robinson. This is not an old-fashioned, by the way, this is a great play by Butler, but that charge is not your old-fashioned NBA charge.
But, I'm glad you brought this being smart, culture.
Trying to bite my lip over here.
They brought, usually they keep AD in. Oh, my. Turnover. You got like 6 or 7 turnovers.
Three-pointer is short. Butler gets a running start and
blocking foul in transition.
Runs into him, although Frank Vogel thinking Butler's the one that initiated the contact. Caldwell Pope agrees with coverage, obviously. That's his first foul. Lakers' 13th foul.
This shit look goofy as it. Whatever. It's kind of tight. You had to take one of these balls off.
He was concerned about Anthony Davis blocking his shot, but Jimmy Butler's too good.
All right.
And also
the blue one coming off, man. Come on. Tight. Keep like that, dude.
Another foul.
Why not?
Mark is a player. You know if other guys.
Why not, man?
Not every player.
Not why.
Aware of the situation.
Or how.
Shoot, some players don't even know that their own fouls. What happened to you biting your lip, man? All right, I'm going back. I'm getting the memo from the league. Butler again drives down the lane. Blocked the foul. Morris made sure he didn't get off a good shot, but he also whacked him and Butler to the line. Coach, you raved all season long about his ability to get to the free throw line. Yeah, just look how he moves the ball into Markieff Morris.
Dang.
He doesn't try to go up. He has no thought about trying to go to score. He's going to create contact. Good job by Butler. And when you get to the free throw line, it helps set your
11 points,
well.
6 and a half minutes left.
No matter how far back you go, you've never seen anything quite like this.
The NBA does a great job with narrating, with creating narratives. Even though it's true that we haven't seen anything quite like this Speaking about the bubble, it's still basketball.
Just raves about him and the impact he has on winning every single night and everything he does.
It's still hoop, man.
Out of bounds, keep the same way, 11 on the shot clock. He says you ask any coach that he's had, Chicago, Minnesota, Philadelphia, now in Miami, and they'll all tell you the same thing. And it's just a competitiveness about him that is off the charts. Rondo, step back three, comes up short. Olynyk the rebound.
Rondo ain't hit like that.
Heat up three as we approach
Like he was game 1 and 2.
Mid-range jumper from Butler. 15 points, 4 assists from Butler. And he causes Frank Vogel to call a timeout.
All right, so Jimmy just hit another shot. And it's looking like he's staying hot. 6 minutes left. Hold on, I got something to say about that. I just gotta send this out.
Everyone wakes up every morning to a world that must keep turning, moving, going. The world can't stop.
That's what I'm doing now.
So neither can we. Because the things we make help make the world go round. We are builders, constantly creating things that make our world cleaner, healthier, and more connected, so that the small moments that help define who we are and the big plans that make life wonderful can keep on rolling. Because while gravity may keep our planet on its axis, it's what we build that keeps things moving forward.
Facts.
So with every turn, we'll keep building a world that works.
Introducing Wendy's new pretzel bacon pub cheeseburger. Yes, we said Wendy's. Once you lock eyes on the pretzel bun, beer cheese, and applewood smoked bacon.
I don't think anyone wants to hear about that. Yeah. Shoot this out. I want to talk a little bit about LeBron. And the way he controlled the clock going into the second quarter. That was some of the best clock management I've seen. He caught it wide open. He caught it wide open at the 3. And nobody was even close to him. The closest person was standing in the middle of the paint. So I thought he should have pulled it, but he didn't. He gave a pump fake, took 2 dribbles, and somehow he just automatically knew that Kyle Kuzma in the corner was going to be wide open. And, of course, he makes the pass in the right spot at the right time, and it results in the 3, leaving no time on the clock. And we're down by 1 at that point. So, all right, let me fix this. I can be goofy, but I ain't that goofy. You know what I'm saying? I still got to make myself look somewhat good, right? All right, game back on.
He played with in Chicago that he modeled his game after was Lou Aldang. And Lou Aldang was great in that first year because his rookie year he didn't play a lot. And Dang told him, keep working. Be ready because you're going to get your opportunity. Boy, once he got his opportunity, he sees it becoming.
How's the audio? Is it too loud, too low? Is it straight?
Outstanding coaching, but also Noah, Rose, Lou Aldang.
He'll close out.
But he had all pros around him that held him accountable and guided him.
42-37. Miami's up.
Anthony Davis the rebound. His first rebound. And Davis was in foul trouble in the opening quarter. James to Davis. Davis.
Blocking foul. Oh, charge foul.
3 fouls on Davis.
He got set early, huh?
I might challenge that. Frank Vogel,
Yeah.
his coaching staff, Davis looking
I thought that was a block foul initially,
It's like they're not even contemplating it on that Laker bench. I would definitely.
but he was set.
Other than my talent. So they decide not to, and Davis is
That's
gonna
tough.
sit down
That's
again
tough to
with
call
the
on the
fouls.
wing like that. Trying to rip through and drive. Yeah. 3 fouls. They took him out.
Great opportunity for the Miami Heat to try to create some
We put JR in, moved
helps do that.
Marcus. I believe that's Marcus
Like the
Morris
second pull-up going to his left. Much more under
to the
control
5. Okay, he's
and in
playing
rhythm
center
right
now.
now.
J.R. Smith has come in.
Smaller
Smith has only
lineup than what they
played 5
usually
minutes in the
run.
first 2 games. Played very little in these playoffs. Marquise Morris with the drive, left-handed won't go. James follow misses, and none comes out of the back, pushing
Oh,
and slips. Lost the ball.
yeah. It looked like he lost his leg on that play.
Rondo whips the pass to Caldwell Pope. James in the post catches and gets hammered.
And one.
Count the basket and one. What a turnaround.
It's a
You
big
have a
guy.
chance to go up 9. You're attacking because the floor is wet. You slip. And most times when you miss an opportunity in transition, you give up one enough in transition.
He
There,
slipped
he
super
couldn't pick the ball
bad.
back up. But Olynyk, with a gamble and then a soft foul, gives James a 3-point play opportunity.
Second
I know it
foul
feels
on Olynyk.
great
And James hitting the free
to
throw.
finish as consistently
11 points, 6
as
rebounds,
LeBron
4
James
assists for
does.
LeBron James.
Through contact,
Heat by
over
4.
people,
Numbers
around
Washington wants to
people.
talk it over. Just under 4.5 remaining. Miami Heat trying to get back in these NBA Finals.
4-point difference. Another commercial break. Sorry, Washington's at me on like what? What's this right here? Yo. Jordan back there flying. It's pretty cool. I didn't know it was going to line up like that in the camera. I'm lying. Yeah, I did. I for sure did. Got to make sure stuff look correct, right? Yeah, I spoke about this a little bit earlier, though. And then I got off topic because the pace of the game is pretty fast right now. Game back on. See what I'm saying?
Allen Rodgers and the 3-0 Packers host the Falcons.
We don't want to talk about football right now. But I like the adjustment that Frank Vogel made earlier to get them sparked. He took LeBron James out, kept 80 in. 80 was cold. He was like 8 minutes into the game. He had no points or field goal attempts. So put LeBron in, and rest is history. Now instead of being down 11, they're only down 4. And they just got to stop because Marcus Morris blocked Jimmy. So 4 minutes left, second quarter. Here we go.
With that neck/shoulder injury, and Dragic with the plantar fascia tear on his left foot.
I definitely know how that feels.
Pass inside to Morris. Beautiful bounce pass from James.
Coming off the pick and roll, top of the key.
10 minutes off the bench.
I think that was a double screen, actually. I kind of looked away for a second, but
Davis and LeBron James, a great job
good
getting
pass.
into the seams and making another fine play. Duncan Robinson hits the 3. He also thought there was contact. A quick release from Robinson.
Yo.
His first 3-pointer of the night. Caruso down the lane and draws the foul. He took a tumble. Half the team goes over to help him up.
Duncan Robinson with Caruso on him comes off. They switch.
Tested. That could have been a foul, though.
That should be a
Oh,
foul.
yeah, definitely. He didn't have enough room to land.
But those are the ones that cynical people would say it has as much to do with the people involved as it does with the call. That's only for cynical people.
I might need to research what cynical means. Yeah, that could have been a foul.
We saw it down the other end as Caruso.
They called that same thing on when Kelly Olynyk went and contested Marcus. I believe that's Marcus, one of the twins, Morris twins. They called that same thing in the first quarter, so it is what it is.
Butler's bank shot rolls off, kept alive by Iguodala.
Oh my gosh. Yo, sometimes your brain just got gas, bro. And you gotta let that gas out, bro. And then you turn the ball over.
Nice scoop shot from LeBron James. The lead cut to 1. And your answer would be, sir?
46-47. Miami up 1. 3 minutes. 2:57 exact. 49-46. He made up for that mistake he just had, so that's good.
Miami lead, just over 2.5 remaining. J.R. Smith sidestep 3.
J.R. Smith is like top 5 in playoff history for 3-pointers made, I believe. And no one even knows or talks about it until now.
And there's some people that probably don't like that shot by Robinson. I don't mind it. He's a shooter.
That's what he does.
Give him the ability to have the light to take that shot.
Oh my God, that cut right there.
Get
Get out. Oh my God. That be happening though. He's shooting in that corner, be hitting the backboard. And one. Honestly, I could say I've been a bit sleep on Jimmy, even though he played for my other favorite team, the Chicago Bulls.
That's how you're going to get to the free throw line.
I wasn't watching much of him at that time because I was more focused on what I was doing as an athlete.
That's going to be his third.
But I knew he was a good player. I just didn't know the details of him being a good player, really. I watched him more when he once he got to the 76ers, I was watching much more of him. He hit a lot of big shots for them, a lot of clutch steals. Like right before Kawhi Leonard hit that shot, that famous shot, probably one of the best in history. To advance the Raptors, like Jimmy had stole the ball or something like that, and went down in transition and finished through contact on it wasn't a Euro step, but it was just like a step into the body, I believe. One of those type of layups, and finished it. So he was having a rough game that whole game, but he just got it going in the third and late in the third and in the fourth quarter. So that's why I really started to notice how good of a player he was. And now he's really showing it this game. He's just like constantly finishing at the basket. Last series, he really was the anchor of the defense, just getting a lot of steals and stuff in the passing lane. And the whole world, if you're in the world of basketball, you know how vocal he is. And he's just rough and rugged. LeBron hitting that 3, making it look good, man. That didn't touch nothing but the bottom. Simon Hill answers right back, 3-ball on the wing. Trade you one. All right. 44 seconds left. Let's do it.
5, and again in limited action. And the Heat back up by 5.
Skip pass.
Tries and connects.
Skip pass. Yo, I love this bubble, like the camera views, because I've always been wanting them to like zoom in more and hold it longer. Like that broadcast camera view is just like, it gets old sometimes, and I'll be wanting to see different angles to really see like from the player's perspective.
Fantastic in game 2.
That was a great pass by LeBron. He picked up his dribble. Just saw J.R. Smith cutting from the block out to the wing.
Hero hits the first. Well, he did.
Converted.
Butler told Rachel Nichols.
So it's now a 3-point difference. Derrick Jones Jr., Mr. Airplane Mode. Welcome in the game. Welcome to the game.
At halftime, he's had a real struggle tonight. 1 for 8.
And he hits first shot.
Yeah, you cannot be hesitant.
Because that's not what his strength is. He's a guy with a lot of confidence. I expect him to forget about it at halftime and come out as a new person.
1 for 8. So that's what they're talking about.
But his strength is an attacking player, a confident attacking.
Tyler Hero has 4 points. He's 1 for 8 from the field.
Shot clock is turned off. No fouls to give. James, J.R. Smith runs into the corner, fires up the 3.
Oh my goodness.
James' tip won't go. The second tip misses.
Well,
and the first half comes to an end. An inspiring first half.
I don't know if I want to keep this going throughout the whole halftime, but I may. But if I decide to cut it off, I'll be right back on as soon as, or right before the third starts.
8 of 12 from the field. But also getting his teammates involved. He has 6 assists, 6 rebounds, 2 steals. Doing it all for the Heat. Halftime of game 3. Miami by 4.
The NBA Finals, presented by YouTube TV on ABC, is brought to you by Disney and Pixar's Soul. Theaters November 20th.
All right, so my opinion is, my opinion on the game so far. The Heat are exactly where they're in an ideal position. It's not perfect, but it's definitely ideal. We've still got momentum. We're up. Maybe I should stop saying we're. Maybe I should not hold a bias or whatever and just say Miami. But let me cut to the chase. My opinion is this is a great spot for both teams. But speaking specifically about Miami, they're in a great spot because you win this game, you probably gain a bit more confidence, and you're not so far down in the hole like they are right now, being down 2-0, because 3-0 is a whole nother monster. For the Lakers, being down only by 3 points. What's up, bro? Like I said, both teams are in great positions. So, I don't know. They're going to make adjustments. I don't know what adjustments they're going to make. I don't really understand why they're behind like that. They just got off to a bad start. They couldn't really figure it out. My concern about this series, just from picking up data from playing 2K, because you already know, look at the channel. That's what my team is, the Miami Heat. They're bigs. Like, even with Bam, I'm like, Miami just doesn't have enough size, man. They just didn't have enough size, in my opinion. But one thing I did know, Miami is a great team that rebounds together, if you get what I'm saying. They don't really rely on one or two people to get the board. They team rebound, and that's something, in my experience, it was taught in the system that I played in. Just everybody get to the glass, team rebound. And that makes sense because they're not the biggest team. And you can see that while just watching game 3, game 2, and game 1. Well, game 1 they got blew out, but that's whatever. They team rebound. They're tough. Miami is definitely on one accord, but the Lakers, I feel like this second half is going to really wake up LeBron James because we see it time and time again. Anthony Davis has 3 fouls. So this second half, he's going to play a lot because he hasn't played that much in the first half. So I'm expecting this second half to be a completely different game and very challenging for the Miami Heat. But that's not to, throw slackness at them. It's just that the Lakers' second star has gotten so much rest this game, and he probably has so much energy built up, he's just ready to go. And he's probably been on the bench observing where he can attack and when to attack, on top of his natural instincts and what he's been training for his whole life. So this is his moment, and I really expect to see Anthony Davis handle business. Simple as that. All right, halftime show.
So man-to-man, double teams away from the bucket. But I have to say this. Anthony Davis, who's a top 5 player in the league. I know he's foul trouble. 2 shots, 5 points, 1 rebound, 5 turnovers, and a negative 17. First half. Wow.
No damn. If I'm the Lakers, I feel good. We're down 4 points. We got 14 turnovers, and Anthony Davis, Danny Green, and Caldwell Pope have yet to show up. How many turnovers? 14 turnovers.
I gotta say this. I've been telling my friends over the years, bro, I don't know about Danny Green because I haven't seen him really hit threes after that first championship that they won, that he won with San Antonio. Like, after that, he wasn't really hitting like that, in my opinion. And it's showing right now. I mean, everyone falls into slumps, but that's just my opinion on Danny Green. I never thought he was a bad player. I always knew he was good. It's just I didn't see the consistency in him hitting threes as much as I did in that first, I believe it's the first series I ever seen him play in the finals with the San Antonio Spurs. I think that was around like 2013 or 14, somewhere in that range, against I believe that was Miami. Yeah, I got to go back and do my history so I'm not just throwing around random stuff, lying. Got to make sure my stuff's correct. But I said that the same thing also about Kyle Korver. I think everyone sees it. He's a proven shooter and all that, but I just didn't see him hit that consistently. And he did pretty well this season right here. But just in some of his previous seasons, like when he played with the Cavs, I didn't see him really hitting. Like, they rely on him. They don't really see it that much. But 82-game season, you go to the finals, you play 100 games plus whatever. You're going to hit some, you're going to miss some. Make or miss league, as they say. So that's just what that is. But I didn't know Anthony Davis had 5 turnovers. It's whatever. I mean, you're only down 4. You have to take care of the ball, and you have to rebound if you want to win the game. Like, not rebounding, turning the ball over, it's a recipe for a loss. And if you take care of those 2 things and play ideally within those two categories, it's a recipe for a win. Unless there's just like some miracle buzzer beater type shot on some Kawhi Leonard stuff, you know? Yeah. Definitely. I've been seeing some stuff about if you had like Steph Curry. I think the picture was like Steph Curry, Giannis, LeBron, AD, Kevin Durant. How many people is that? I just named 5 or 6. I think that was like 5. Whatever, 6 or 7, whatever. Top 5 people in the league, in my opinion. LeBron James. No order. Who cares about order? Just LeBron, Giannis, Anthony Davis. I'd say Kawhi. I don't know who would be my 5th. Top 5 player. Who's impacting the most? James Harden comes to mind, but I'm not the biggest fan of James Harden. So I don't know. I mean, he's always the top scorer in the league, so I guess you'd have to put him in there. Have to. And I honestly think his defense is probably slept on. Over the years, he's been able to play defense when he wants to, especially when he had to guard Kobe back in the day.
Not good for the Miami Heat. Might have to bring out the broom.
This halftime report is presented by Oculus.
I'm not going to act like I'm surprised.
This presentation of the NBA Finals presented by YouTube TV will continue.
Even though I like the Miami Heat, they're one of 2 of my favorite teams. I don't know if I said that correctly, but Chicago and Miami are my favorite teams. So game 2, I was feeling like, yeah, this may be a sweep, not just because I understand as a competitor, you play to win every single play, every moment while you're competing. So that's why I didn't really lock in on a sweep. But once again, like I spoke about earlier, just the size of the Lakers and how much this means to I understand that this is the finals. It means so much to each individual involved, right? At least it should. But LeBron James, it's just like he has something so much more to play for. That's the way it seems. But who knows? I could be wrong. I could be wrong. If he wins this championship, they still going to talk shit. They still going to say something, man. Win, lose, or draw. Win, lose, or draw. The comparison between LeBron and MJ is always going to be there. It's always going to be there. I still don't have my mind made up on that. I don't think I ever will. I respect them both. I've seen from like the film that I went back and watched of Michael, highlights and full games and just studying his movements and all this stuff. And just going back to like whenever I hear people speak of moments in podcasts or maybe announcers speak about moments and they happen to say the team when he did this against this team or they had a date or something like that, going back and watching those full games, you know, he's done stuff that I've never seen LeBron James do and don't think he can do, honestly. And I've seen LeBron do the same thing. I've seen him do stuff that maybe Michael wouldn't be able to do, like that block against the Warriors. Like, I've never seen anyone have that well of timing in a moment like that. So, yeah, I respect them both, but that's just me. Like, the sports world always asks, would you like to, who would you start a organization with? I don't know. First thought says LeBron, but then that other thought comes like, yo, Michael really was like out there killing. All right, let's check this out.
Inspired basketball. Although LeBron James and the Lakers made a nice comeback, Butler was sensational in that first half, and the Heat lead by 4 here at halftime of Game 3. Our first half stats are brought to you by Kia. Both teams shooting fairly well from the field. Look at the rebounding numbers. Heat only down by 1 in that department, and those 10 turnovers in the first quarter for the Lakers were a problem. One of the reasons they fell behind by 13 early. And hi again, everyone, along with Mark Jackson and Jeff Van Gundy, Mike Breen-Nothan. We'll check in with Rachel shortly. But right now, we're joined by one of the league's all-time great point guards, Chris Paul, of course, now with Oklahoma City, and also the president of the NBA Players Association, who's in the virtual fan section here tonight. Chris, welcome in. It's great to see you and hear you. I'm curious, what's your impressions overall now that you've experienced it here and watching at home of the bubble?
Man, first and foremost, it's amazing to see how everything came together. Obviously, I'd rather still be there playing, but it is what it is. It's remarkable, all the different type of stuff that guys have done to make everything happen, and that's why I'm honored and privileged to be a part of this great league.
Well, congratulations to you, Chris, and the job you did leading the players. My question to you is, you played in front of fans your entire life. How tough was it not having fans in the bubble, and how much were they missed?
Fans were missed. Fans were definitely missed. It's just the energy, especially me playing for the Thunder. It's different when you play in Oklahoma City, when you make a shot, the way that you feed off the crowd. But I think the virtual fans has been amazing for players to be able to walk off the court and to be able to see their loved ones or their families there. It means a lot.
And Chris, you had like a quietly MVP type of year, and your team absolutely overachieved. I was wondering, how content are you to play your twilight years in the NBA in what could be a rebuilding situation?
And I just love the hoop. Coach Billy Donovan was amazing. My teammates were great. Sam Presti's been amazing since I got there. So for me, you call it twilight years. I call it a blessing. You know what I mean? Just to be able to compete at a high level at 35 years old, I'm going to just keep rolling.
Chris, last question. The social justice fight was such a big part of what the players wanted to accomplish here in the bubble. You're a national co-chair of When We All Vote. Did you make strides in that area? How do you feel about that?
Strides is an understatement, and I'm so proud of our guys because I'm proud to announce that we have over 90% of our league registered to vote. 15 teams are 100% registered, and the job that guys have been doing just to be a little bit more educated on getting people out, recruiting poll workers and things like that. The bubble has been an unbelievable blessing. Our players are continuing to do the work, and we're grateful, and we're going to keep working.
Well, Chris, you said you're proud of the players. I think I speak for a lot of people. We're really proud of you. Thank you so much for all you've done. Always love watching you play. Can't wait to see you play next year.
No problem, Mike. Thank y'all for having me, too.
Thank you. Happy birthday to your dad also, and hello to your mom.
Oh, yeah. Happy 60th to my dad, man. My dad right outside. Happy 60th to him. Appreciate that,
Respect.
Mark.
Absolutely. Family shout-outs the most important as the third quarter underway.
Shout out to Pops for inspiring Chris Paul. If y'all don't know the story, he scored like
Duncan Robinson now with 10 points.
80-something points for his granddad, I believe.
And a foul call. It's going to go.
Yeah. I tried to do the same on my granddad's birthday. It didn't work out, but I gave my best try. Can't remember what I had.
Anthony Davis right here.
It definitely wasn't 60 or 70.
And I like what Frank Vogel's doing, though. Player. He has not had a good night so far.
Bet I won, though.
Without rhythm.
Leonard throws it down on a nice feed from Hero, and it's a 9-point Miami lead. But similar to what they did in the Denver series where they fell asleep and were sleepwalking, that's exactly what they're doing. That last basket by the Miami Heat, nobody was taking the ball out of bounds. LeBron James had to look down court and wait for a guy to come down and take it out of bounds. It's a little
Miss out the corner by Danny. We turn this down
0 for 5 now from the field. Crowder, too strong.
Here we go. All right, man. Well, let's see it. This is game 3. I don't think the Miami Heat are as outmatched as the world thinks because of their culture. Like, they all have a mindset to grit and grind. Like, we're going to do whatever it takes. So the Lakers have that mindset as well. Tyler Hero, great shot, bro. It's now 54, 66, 54. 8-0 run by the Miami Heat. Like I said.
Understanding he had a tough first half, comes out the third quarter in rhythm, knocks down the shot. Good old-fashioned hero ball.
Playing hero ball for sure, man. Yeah, I mean, it's just a game of basketball, man. It's life. You get put in these positions. You don't want to lose. You want to win bad as hell. So you do something about it. That's why I've grown to respect the Miami Heat and become a fan and a student of the way that they run things and the way that they play basketball. Like I said, they have a mentality to grit and grind, and no matter what the circumstances are, play to win and be respectful. So the Lakers have that mentality as well. But right now, it's just going the way of the Miami Heat. But it's early in the third. A timeout just got called. So momentum could switch at any moment. It only takes a dunk, a huge block, a dive on the floor to get a loose ball, a foul, an and one. It can be anything to just switch the momentum of a game. So just have to see. Right now it's a commercial break, but I'm sure that Eric Spoelstra is just probably telling them, look, just stay sharp. Just stay sharp and ride the wave. Stay sharp. You know, don't get too high. Still got a whole another quarter to go and have to finish out this third. So it's looking good. You know, I'm glad that this game is going the way that it's going, because who really wants to see a sweep in the finals? If you really want to watch a good game, you don't want to see a sweep. That didn't make sense. Whatever. You know what I mean? I'd rather see more competition than just a sweep. Unless, it's probably some Lakers fan that just wants this to be over with, want to be able to have that bragging right. For sure. I wonder how this – I'm pretty sure I'll see it, how this is going to play out. But I don't think the world is ever really going to give LeBron his just due until the shit's too late. Because they've been, and I was on the same thing too when I was younger. Like in high school, I hated LeBron James. Why? Because he was always going up against Derrick Rose. And that's another story for another day.
Right in that little pocket right there, yeah. See the ball! See the ball! Jump up! Quickly up. They got to talk to him. We got to talk earlier on the action. Come on. By yourself. Jay, I just saw like a half step less.
On one accord. 99 team chemistry.
Great minutes, brother. Seriously. Jay, way to fight, man. Big time minutes.
Looks like a foul. Going to Miami Heat's way. Yeah, I got to turn that off.
A foul after that shot attempt.
It was on Dwight Howard, a loose ball foul. He discarded Tyler Hero as Hero tried to block him out.
Second foul on Howard.
Okay, so a loose ball foul on a rebound. Dwight Howard. It was on Dwight. This is so cool to see too because
They didn't fight. Give them credit. They're a different team tonight.
Yeah, they're hitting.
Dwight is back in Orlando. Ooh, air ball. Come on, gotta get back, bro. LeBron in transition is ridiculous. He missed it, though. Whoa. I did not think he was going to be able to finish that layup like that. He jumped early with a defender right there on him, man. Yep. Get another one. Okay, my Heat are kind of hot right now. They're getting loose balls, rebounding and stuff. That's that Heat culture, man. And that's tough. One dribble pull up for three. Good defense. I'll take that. I'll take that. Who the fuck cares? I mean, who really cares, bro, what they have to say about the Miami Heat? Dude, this is Mark Jackson and Van Gundy. These dudes, the world is crazy, man. Us fans of the Miami Heat in the game of basketball. Most of us have never, ever been in the intricacies of an NBA locker room. Who are we to tell these folks to chill out on talking about what they know? This is what they know, what they do. Oh my goodness. Like, we don't think Mark Jackson's opinion is correct? Van Gundy? I have to say we because I'm a fan, but probably 8 times out of 10, I'm going to listen and agree with Mark Jackson and his running mate. I'll observe keenly what they have to say, but I'll usually give them the benefit of the doubt since they've been involved at this elite level of basketball for so long, longer than I've been alive, I believe.
Irritated right now. He thinks he's getting hit on some of those drives.
But what's adding to his irritation is the way his team is playing right now. That has something to do with it also. He's well aware of the fact that they have not shown up. And Anthony Davis has only played 15 minutes and he has 4 fouls, and he's in the game now. Games to Davis.
It only takes one play, man, to spark. 3-pointer. 11 points. 11-point difference, whatever it is. That was rushed, and it almost fell, though. In and out, so I can't even, whatever. It's cool. Trying to see if we're in that zone right now, but oh wow. Yo, rotate. Wow. Hey, there it goes. They starting to heat up now. They just made 2 shots, 5 points in like a minute. A little bit less than a minute. Oh, turnover. And they go to the free throw line. See, that's what I'm saying. The game of basketball, you can't relax unless. I mean, sometimes you relax because you just know, but even that can bite you.
And again, Jimmy Butler, when you drive to score, you're right at the rim.
I understand why Jimmy threw that ball out. I understand why he bailed out.
Because he's guarding a shooting center, so his reaction to the ball is not going to be to pull all the way down because Myers Leonard made a 3 in the first half.
He had LeBron on his hip and Dwight Howard waiting on him.
Just about 6.5 remaining third quarter. Miami Heat with an 8-point advantage. Tyler Hero.
All right. Missed 3. This is like quick shots, but that's kind of how the game's played right now. The pace is picked up. Just because I've heard this from Mark Jackson, though. He said just because the pace of the game is fast doesn't mean you always have to shoot immediately. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't have to rush shots. You don't have to just, as soon as you get across half court, just shoot, you know? It doesn't mean take bad shots. I still have to study more on what the pace of the game truly means. I understand it means, like, you know, certain amount of seconds off the clock. That's where you want to score earlier in the clock rather than trying to waste. That wasn't even a bad shot. He came off a flare screen. Tyler Hero came off a flare screen, pretty much wide open. He just missed it, so. All right. Lakers just hit both free throws, so it's 62-68. Miami's up.
6-point lead for the Heat. Lakers have responded here with an 8-0 run. Jimmy Butler gets inside this time.
And one.
And draws the foul. Danny Green upset, saying that Butler pushed off to the left arm. Instead,
Jimmy can really lull you to sleep if you don't really watch him. Like, you wouldn't understand that he's a good player unless you really pay attention to, like, the details. He really knows how to get to the free throw line. Like, he's been doing it all game, been doing it all season. Oh, yeah. I don't know what – I need to figure out what happened to Bam. I haven't – I don't really look at injury reports like that. I just know he's out. And Dragic, too. I want to say something with his ankle, but who knows. Dragic's been rocking that huge brace that I don't like seeing on players when they play, but he has it on. I don't know where he's at, though. What happened? LeBron on the drive. And just straight up drop step in front of the rim, left hand layup. 260. Fucking linebacker. 6'8". Good shot. Come off the pick and roll, get to the short corner. Land on both feet off the last dribble. Fade away bank is open. That's one thing I've taught myself and also have been taught playing off both feet, like doing hop steps, just so you can have more options. Wow, Rondo, how did you just make that? He just flipped that up over two defenders with his left hand. Right. Exactly what I was just talking about, playing off 2 feet so you have more options. Oh my God, he's about to do it to him so bad. I never would have thought I'd see Dwight Howard and LeBron James and Rajon Rondo on the same team. Like, the game has changed. Wow, he hit that off the top of the backboard. And it, man, it's that veteran touch. Yeah, I never would have thought I'd see these three. In my opinion, they're legendary. The impact that they had in their prime, LeBron is still in his prime, if you ask me. Yeah. All three of these Eastern Conference players on the West Coast now. Now they call him a foul because they're trying to be physical. The game is about to change. Anthony Davis just got free throws by just trying to walk into the screen. He gets 2 shots. So I didn't know they were in the bonus. It's 4 minutes and 10 seconds left in the third. It's now 70 to 77. Jimmy surveying. Skip pass. Oh, that's got to be a score. It's a good shot, though. Ball movement, find the open man. You live with it. All right, transition. Is he going to slow it down? He's pushing it. He's in the paint. He gets fouled. Blocking foul. Blocking foul in transition, man, on the Lakers. So now Jimmy's going back to the free throw line for that's like his 5th trip to the free throw line. Yeah, Kentavious just wasn't there in time. $25 points by Jimmy. He's 4 for 7 from the line now. Actually, I don't know if that's correct. I don't know if I seen 4 of 6 or 5 of 6 before that last free throw. I know it said he's 10 of 14 though.
They've led by as many as 14.
3 minutes and 17 seconds left in the third. He tried. Shot clock. I just wonder what Rondo is thinking right now. I'm going to take a mental note to go back and watch a couple full games of Rondo on the Lakers to just see the difference. Let's go. 81-70. Yeah, I just like to see what is the difference between Rondo when he was on the Lakers. When he was on the Celtics, and Rondo as a Laker right now. So pretty much this 2020, that was like 2010. So 10 years ago, Rondo was playing in the championship against Kobe. And the game was kind of different. Shaquille was still in the game then. So yeah. Pretty often I think about how much the game has actually changed. A lot of the stuff that's allowed now in 2009 and 10, when I was just beginning to learn the game and the nuances, which I'm still doing, but really, really beginning around those years. A lot of those things that are happening right now, like the shots being taken, at one point, step backs were considered bad shots. Like step backs from three, like stuff that Dame shoots, stuff that's like Steph. Any good player right now shoots was considered a bad shot. Euro steps. I've gotten yelled at by coaches because of doing a Euro step. I've gotten yelled at by coaches for using my body to go jump into a big man's chest, like a shot blocker. So, I don't know if that could have just been the coach that I was playing for at the time. But the only reason I was doing that is because of what I heard you were supposed to do. Playing against a shot blocker, you get into his body. But I vividly remember being yelled at or being instructed by my coach in practice because I did that. But I was making the shots though. I was making the layups. And I also remember in that next tournament, he was right. Excuse me. He said that they were going to call a foul, and they did. But I was making the layups though, influenced by Derrick Rose and what I heard you're supposed to do as a basketball player. So that's always funny to me how some things in the NBA don't exactly translate to lower levels of basketball, but it sounds so fundamental in the game, right? But that's neither here nor there. That's old news. That's just something I wanted to put out there about just what I've observed about the game. Iguodala. I was really hyped when I saw that the trade went through and that when he arrived in Miami with Jay Crowder and Simon. I don't know if it's Simon or Simeon. I believe it's Simon Hill. But yeah, I automatically knew that was good. That was good for the organization. Andre Iguodala.
This is always the time of year, or at least in terms of the finals and the playoffs, not exactly the same time of year he's used to, where he has excelled. The former finals MVP, so many big plays in the playoffs for Golden State.
So many big plays.
Markieff Morris just overpowered Iguodala. They gave up a couple of those in game 2.
It doesn't seem like Rondo is as good as he was. But he also doesn't. He's not required to do as much. Actually, I'm not going in on that because I don't know for sure. I've never seen anybody take that kind of shot right there. I've seen the fadeaway, just not at that angle. Double team. Oh, fadeaway to the baseline. I was thinking about this today playing 2K. But I'd rather have Giannis or Anthony Davis. I play with Giannis. I'll have some videos up soon about that. Like I said, the game is changing. Anthony Davis just got a putback dunk in transition after hitting the fadeaway on the baseline. 75-83. We'll probably get something right here, though. Looks like we're kind of stuck, though. Yep. 9 seconds left on the shot clock. They tipped it out of bounds. Anthony Davis got the steal. Caruso missed. Anthony Davis put back. That's why they say keep running. Keep running. You never know what can happen. 75-83. Air ball.
That's the best look Duncan Robinson has had. Wide open in transition. Davis to Kuzma.
Kuz hit that. I called it. And
the lead is cut to 5. But that's exactly why it's called a make or miss league. 2 similar shots, 2 different outcomes,
different results. Oh, that's a foul. And now Jimmy's fucking on the ground. Yo. I don't know if he hit his head or not. He fell kind of weird. It looked like he didn't fall with much brace. Like he didn't catch himself. Yeah, I don't like watching these replays right here. But yeah, he fell back on his like his arm, like his shoulder, like it just popped like that. Yeah, he didn't have much balance to really brace himself. He's a tough guy though, man. Free throw. Converted. Good. LeBron's back in the game, so 20 seconds. He was out for about 3 or 4 minutes. So that's more than enough rest that he needs.
This is too valuable for us to allow it to slip away with me on the sideline. He played all but 2 minutes and 14 seconds.
And in game 2, he played the whole way. Played 45 minutes.
Shot clock is turned off. The Heat do not have a foul to give. LeBron James sees it open and drives down a lane. Running layup is good.
First play back in the game.
Butler stolen by Rondo. Rondo trying to save.
Oh man. Well, it's tough to stop LeBron one-on-one, especially when you don't have people in the gaps on defense to kind of slow him down, and your help defense is rotating slow.
He allows James to turn the corner, and he gets all the way to the cup.
Yeah, definitely can't allow that. But as much as people say that you can't allow that, it's going to happen. It's going to happen. You just don't want it to happen consistently or in moments where you don't want to give up a basket like that. Where it's just unacceptable. So it's 80 to 85, 5-point difference. Oh man. All right, here we go. What the heck? Whoa. Here we go. All right.
Enhanced national security. We have to invest in what the jobs and industries of tomorrow are going to be.
All right, so I called Kuzma hitting that three. I called that the game was going to switch because I saw it in the Lakers' eyes after Anthony Davis got that foul away from the ball and got 2 free throws because they're in the bonus. So as good as the Miami Heat have been playing the first 3 quarters, there's still one more to go. And the fourth quarter in a close game is just as much. I'd say it's just like a game 7. Anything can happen. Anyone can win it in that fourth quarter, especially when the game's close. So LeBron just gave them momentum, and that can be a kryptonite to the opposing team. But Jimmy's keeping us alive. Our defense, the Miami Heat's defense, are keeping them afloat, keeping them ahead. I guess really what I'd say is working for the Miami Heat, aggression, being able to get to the line, figuring out ways to get fouled. And you could say it like just being able to get to the paint and make the defense collapse and respect what you can do once you get to the rim. And it also helps that you have great shooters on the outside ready to shoot that thing, man. So
it's the story of a man who came from nothing, who found purpose and success.
It's working right now. It's definitely working. But I'd say this would be a moment to really, 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 really focus in on LeBron James.
We have a great competitive spirit that you see. Offensively,
and when I say focus in, I don't mean the Miami Heat. I'm talking about the spectator, the fan.
Jimmy Butler, another tremendous effort tonight. He told me right before the game that he has been able to have more input.
If you want to learn, if you don't care, then watch whoever you want to watch. I give a damn. Watch Eric Spoelstra if you want.
I'm not in those conversations. Well, what about him is such a great asset for you?
He's in the top percentile of competitors in this entire association.
Tyler here. Oh,
he wants all this. He's right
he
where
flunked it.
Needs to be. And he'll be finishing quite a bit for us in the fourth.
Thanks so much, Eric. Back to you, Mike.
All right, Rachel. It is heart-pounding.
Jimmy has 30 points and 9 rebounds. And LeBron just got fouled. And he's making that face that you don't want to see. He's mugging. He just turns it on. That's it. Split the pick and roll. One dribble to the cup. 22, 8 rebounds, 6 assists, 8 of 12 from the field. Extremely efficient. I don't know what his turnovers are, but I bet it's 3 or below.
Jimmy Butler was out that first minute. Eric Spoelstra gets it back in now. James completes the three-point play. Miami led by as many as 14 in the third quarter. It's now a 2-point game. Olynyk, Butler, Nunn, Hero, and Crowder out there for the Heat. Olynyk fakes the pass, drives, nice adjustment, and banks it home.
Yo, Olynyk is really surprising me. I didn't know he was this good of an offensive player, though. I'm not saying he's an excellent, but he getting buckets for real. Timely. Rebounding. Oh. All right, look like he tried to do a little too much right there. Slow down, chap. Yo. Dish. Nice dish. Serving it up to that boy Jay Crowder. Easy bucket. All right. We switched. All right. No, didn't switch to that zone. Yo, LeBron really got that diamond badge equipped, bro. It may be on Hall of Fame. Illegal screen. Dang. And he hit that mug. Kendrick Nunn. I respect this game. He's been out for a while, and he's in the NBA Finals. A place that, I mean, he doesn't seem rattled. It just seems like he's trying to find it. But whatever. You know, illegal screen, it happens. It's part of the game. Could have been anybody. Attack mode. Yes, LeBron is in attack mode. Back-to-back threes.
It is the exceptional playmaking ability of LeBron James.
Exceptional. Over exceptional.
Making him pay the price. Hero to Butler. Butler to Crowder.
Give me one. 9 minutes, 8 seconds left.
Corner three, Caruso. Rondo the rebound.
Great rebound, Rondo. Swing to LeBron up top. Swing back to Rondo on the right wing. Drive. Finish. My words are coming to fruition. Like I'm really seeing this right now. Like I've been saying it throughout the whole game. Like
next time down the floor, he says, "Help me, Rondo. Help me, Rondo." And he does the job.
It can switch at any moment. It switches at any moment. That, you know, that's beautiful. If, like I said, before the fourth quarter started, pay attention to LeBron James. I don't know if I really have to speak that to, you know, make it seem like I actually know something about the game, but it's just common sense, in my opinion, because he rested for 3 to 4 minutes, something like that. And he gets in at the end with like the end of the third with 20-something seconds left. He scores on a drive way too easily, leaves it with 2 seconds left, and he keeps it going at the beginning of the fourth. He gets a drive to the basket. I believe it was an and one. He drives from the right wing, and because they have the way their offense was set up, no one could really help like a defense is traditionally taught to help, the person from the far side corner. So if he's driving this way to the right, the person that's on that side, on defense, is supposed to slide over to help so they can rotate down and everybody can just, rotate. But instead, because I think they had like Danny Green, somebody who could shoot well enough is a threat from that opposite corner to where if he were to help, LeBron could pick that apart. He could read and figure out if he needed to throw it to the corner or if he needed to throw it to the wing. But like I said, let me get to the point. They could not help because there's a threat in the corner. There's also Marcus Morris. I believe that's Marcus Morris in the corner. He's proven to me that he can really shoot. So on the drive, the wrong person helps on the drive, which you probably had to do in that moment. It happened so fast that I didn't really get a chance to read it like that. But he kicks it to him, and you get a three. So what does he do now? He comes back, and I'm pretty sure he knew as soon as he hit that shot, he was going right back to him before they even got back on defense. So they're replaying it right now. Kick to the corner, three. Pick and roll, go right back to him in the corner. Three.
Against the pick and roll, he splits it. Olynyk gets sucked in, and he gives up another.
Most assists NBA playoff history. Magic Johnson has 2,300, almost 2,400. LeBron is at 1,800, 1,850. I'm probably going to post another video of my Magic Johnson build from 2K20 just because I made that build and people was looking and critiquing my build and all that stuff, but I knew what I was doing. That's the greatest point guard of all time that can also play the small forward position at 6'9". Come on, bro.
James has been guarding Butler too.
91-89.
Butler drives, flips it up, and Jimmy Butler had that quick release.
Man, dude, this is
32 for Butler. The game is
freaking competitiveness at its highest. No, you don't want that switch with Duncan Robinson on LeBron. Oh, they got a travel. I thought that was a foul for sure. Intensity level going up, man. It's up, man.
To Caruso, you see the travel by LeBron James. There's no way he's going to get back in front of LeBron James.
No, not at all. Great closeout, but good hit, bro. Jimmy had a triple-double or a near triple-double last game. He's on the same type of time right now. Oh, yes, sir.
Duncan Robinson poked it away from him. And the Lakers again, another turnover.
Oh, man. Oh, man. Anyways.
Just can't get it going. 3 for 15. Caruso to Morris.
Rondo. I kind of had a feeling he was going to hit that one. Because it just seemed like that would be the moment where he would hit it. You know?
He's a rebound shy. Butler is of a triple-double. Ball kicked by Caruso. Shot clock at 14.
Trying to reverse it out the pick and roll. The Lakers, Caruso, just deflecting it with his foot.
Getting this franchise back where it belongs.
It would be so I would be so shocked and amazed if Jimmy Butler led this Miami Heat team to a championship this year, bro. Tyler Hero. Van Gundy said he was struggling to get it going. In the back of my mind, I didn't say it, but in the back of my mind, I'm like, it only takes one shot. And he just showed it. He hit a three. Contested shot on the wing. They just turned it up, bro. Kuz just hit a shot out the corner.
The Laker bench 46 of their 94 points.
Oh my gosh. This dude is out there playing point guard. He doing it all, bro. He just threw him open, literally. He made him get open. Great pass to Kelly Olynyk by Jimmy. Wow. Yo, that was so much strength displayed.
I thought it was clearly a travel.
Damn, that was a lot of steps. That wasn't even strength. That was Jimmy just pulling the chair out on him. It just looked like he was bullying. Make something happen. 5 minutes and 55 seconds left with 6 seconds left on the shot clock. It's 94-99. Miami's up. Kelly Olynyk has 17 points, 5 of 8. That wasn't what you wanted to do, but whatever. Play some defense. That's tough. You know that's tough. I understand that they work on that. They train that to know when I get to this spot, all I had to do is bump a little bit and flare. And I'm going to get the foul call every time, just about.
7 of 8 from the free throw line in the finals.
The most notable mention of that, you know what I'm saying, is Jimmy Butler. Not Jimmy. Well, yeah, Jimmy. I guess you could say Jimmy. But the first person that comes to my mind when it comes to drawing fouls, not exactly getting all the way to the cup, but getting like taking one dribble, getting to like the elbow, and then drawing that contact and getting the foul call right there is like, man, I'd really say James Harden. But yeah, shooters are usually good at that. Luka Doncic, I'd say Luka too. Yeah. Oh, that's a tough finish by dude Tyler Hero, bro. Yo, I don't know if anyone else has said this or picked up on it, but this, dang, that defense right there, man. Rebounding. They gave up 3 offensive rebounds, but ended up getting the stop and the rebound. The Miami Heat did. Like I was about to say. Oh, Duncan Robinson ain't used to shooting layups like that, man. Good steal. No, it's that way. This is my point. I don't know if anyone has said this, tweeted it, whatever. This reminds me of LeBron in Miami going against the young Oklahoma City Warriors. I mean, dude, I just said fucking Warriors. I don't mean the Warriors. I mean the Thunder. The reason why I say that is because it's this old versus young kind of thing. Like the established versus the coming up. You know what I mean? Yeah. Yeah. That's what this is reminding me of. Even though there's no Kevin Durant, there's no Russell Westbrook on the court. It's the vibe. It's the vibe. It's the narrative. So when you need to know what it takes for a home to fit your budget and your family, Rocket Pen. Yeah, I'm just sitting here thinking about that. If what I said is correct, if it could be, you know what I'm saying, viewed as a correct statement. I think so. like I said, there's no Kevin Durant, Russell Westbrook duo with James Harden attached to that as a trio, but it definitely has that vibe of what we saw Miami versus OKC in like 20. What was that? 2012? 2013? Something like that. Somewhere close around there. I'm going to tweet that right now since it's a commercial break. I'd like to put that out there. I don't know if I'll get any feedback. I'm sure I will one day. Somebody will dig it up and see that I said it. But maybe one of them dudes on like first take or something to see it and use it. How should I say this though? This series has a vibe of the Miami versus OKC series in 2012. Versus LeBron. All right, let me turn this up.
Shot rolls off, no good. James the rebound.
Caruso's done a nice job defensively tonight.
Anthony Davis has had a quiet night, been in foul trouble much of the night. James Kuzma, quick release.
And I should have said Kuzma has done a nice job defensively tonight. Attention to detail when he's guarding Butler.
James now guarding Butler. Hero sets the screen. Caldwell Pope picks him up. One-on-one. Butler backs in. That fall-away shot is up and good. 34 for Butler. It's an 8-point lead. And that's the mindset he has to have. How dare you play me one-on-one with no help. Kuzma draws the foul as he tried to go reverse under the basket. And he'll go to the free throw line. This puts too much pressure on Caldwell Pope defending Jimmy Butler, who's on fire one-on-one. They switch, everybody out of the way, allow me to have this dance. And I'm not letting you off the hook. Gets to his spot, elevates, continues to kill him. Mama, there goes that man. First career playoff triple-double. That came off a 25-point, 13-assist game in the loss in game 2 as Kuzma hits the free throw.
Yeah, that's legit.
Well, he said it. We've got to do something special, and we're capable of it. They have been quite capable here tonight in Game 3. What's impressive is, and Coach could attest to this, we've seen guys talk in between games to say what they have to do and what they should do, and then not show up. Jimmy Butler has talked the talk and walked the walk. 3.5 to go, 6-point game. Crowder back into the hands of Butler. That's the way the Heat like it here tonight.
I would have been tempted to go right back to the switch to try to get Caldwell Pope on him.
Butler fakes. Butler drives. Butler draws yet another foul. LeBron James saying he elbowed me. Instead, Butler calmly walks to the free throw line.
I mean,
8 for 10 tonight. And LeBron is right, but this is a foul on LeBron because of the alertness of Jimmy Butler. He goes to the rim. That's a move going to the opposite side of the backboard to finish. That's contact, and he's going to the line because of his aggressiveness. James with his second foul. A 7-point lead with 3:19 remaining. That's a basketball move.
Yeah. LeBron is always on the refs, man.
They're knocking down the free throws. They're 18 of 20 from the free throw line. Well, Coach, it tells you how good the Lakers are because Jimmy Butler had to be spectacular tonight to give his team a chance. No question. James for three. Rebound, Duncan Robinson. Miami Heat trying to pull off one of the more surprising results in a finals game in a long time. Undermanned without two of their best players against the Laker team that had dominated the first two games. Butler turns, shoots, misses. Rebound James.
Got 2.5. Oh, he got a steal from the. Woo.
That's great effort by Olynyk in transition.
That's good defense, man. He did that dude like Orlando did
That type of effort is how you win.
MJ when he came back.
That type of effort is why the Heat are still playing here in these playoffs.
Corner won't go. They got to get better shots than they got the last two times down, though.
I would have held it a little bit longer, but that's what he does. If he would have hit it, then praising instead of critiquing.
Davis back up top. Morris straight on three.
Bang.
Marquise Morris from downtown. It's a 5-point game.
2 minutes left.
To get a better shot is get a small guy to set a screen.
2:04.
Jimmy Butler with LeBron James getting somebody else on.
Timeout? Nah. They're slowing it down.
Butler taking his time as we're under 2 minutes left. Tyler Hero. And that's exactly what they did. Now Caldwell.
Mismatch.
So late in the clock, though.
Butler spins
Got him.
and draws yet another foul.
Bro, this is like his 8th trip to the line. Oh, he's down a little bit longer. He's probably trying to catch his breath, but let's just hope that's what it is.
Absolutely gassed. But Coach, similar to the way that they utilize LeBron James, you're getting a smaller guy on him. So it introduces Jimmy Butler's strength. And he overpowers a smaller defender. Worst case scenario, you're going to the line for two. $36 points, 12 assists.
36 points. Oh man. What? Oh man, what is this? What? Well, damn man, she froze. All right, here we go.
On to this 5-point lead. LeBron James and the LA Lakers came out flat, trailed by 13 early, but they overcame that, took the lead. Then they trailed by 14 in the third, came back and took the lead. But the Heat have taken every punch the Lakers have thrown at them, and now lead by 7 as we approach a minute and a half remaining. Morris to James. James on the drive, double team, looking for an outlet. Back out Morris. Morris puts it up. In and out.
No.
Take the rebound. Outlet to Hero. $1:20 remaining. Butler says, give me the ball. Butler the drive, the runner, he banks it in. Oh, what a masterpiece from Jimmy Butler. And the Heat go up by 9 with 1:13 remaining.
And I think he's saying they're in trouble. Very interesting. Just gets Marquise Morris backpedaling, takes a bump and finishes it.
He is extremely confident.
Grab Taco Bell's Nachos Party Pack whenever you're dressing up to stay in or witnessing.
I'd love to have Jimmy Butler on any team I play on. I swear. I think the nation of basketball players and basketball fans who like the sport, who really like the sport, and who love the sport, and I go as far as to say who obsess over the game, may fall a bit too in love with the jump shot. Like if a player isn't that great, isn't Steph Curry, you know what I'm saying? Or Luka or something like that, that they may not get all the credit that's due. Even though there's so much more to a basketball game than just being able to hit that shot. Even though it helps. But like I said, it's a team, man. Oh my God. They just gave up a wide open dunk to LeBron. Whatever about what I was saying.
And Harrell has to be aware of Rondo's penchant for going for steals.
Harrell, the rookie.
Because he will steal it.
Layup.
Oh my gosh.
A little pause, a snarl, and a chance for a three-point play. That's how you say take that, Jeff Van Gundy.
Rondo praying, trying to get at the ball. Great job by Hero. I'm not sure you're snarling. I'm not sure. But
I do that swag, man.
even more important,
Tyler Hero been hanging out
I love his game.
around the homies.
His game is a big-time offensive game.
He has scored in double figures in every single playoff game.
He was just playing the height. Like I was just watching his Baller's Life, like hoop mixtape type of stuff, man.
10-point lead. James long three-pointer. Short. Rebound goes to
Well, you can expect LeBron to be tapped into a whole nother level. Game 4. You can expect that. Anthony Davis as well. Because this,
particularly for a guy who's on a team that is really, that is
hey,
overmatched.
excellent game.
Robinson three seals this one. 115-102. Boy, they must be celebrating down in Miami.
Nah, I mean, it feel good, but it ain't shit to celebrate yet.
Inspiring victory for the Miami Heat.
Job not finished. Job not complete.
Down 0-2, being dominated.
Mission not checked off.
It
Like,
looks like it's going to be a sweep. But they're saying we are not done yet.
man,
There'll be a 24-second
I'm so
violation.
glad I did not say that Miami was gonna get swept, bro.
Lakers fall short.
Because I was really leaning towards that for a second, but I was like, nah, man. It's just 1 or 2 games. And the way that they played last game gave me much more insight and hope that, okay,
That's why you got to be on the court.
it's possible.
Good look.
But
Morris
one game
so
in a series that's
title hopes are still alive with one of the more surprising results in a
it's one
finals
game.
in a long
That's it.
time.
It's just one game.
An 11-point victory over the Lakers, and they are right back in this series. Jimmy Butler's sensational.
That's what was needed, man.
13 assists and 11 rebounds. Eric Spoelstra said between
Everybody on that Lakers team looks like we are about to get it.
If you want something badly enough, you figure it out.
LeBron James is
They
fucking
figured it out
pissed.
tonight.
Hey,
And Jimmy Butler, no doubt exhausted
there is
right
a
now.
certain
Rachel Nichols.
level of
Jimmy,
responsibility
you guys were
that comes
severely
with greatness.
undermanned coming into this game, playing a team with 2 of the top 5 players in the NBA, and yet you told me before tip-off, I think we have figured something out. How were you able to do this tonight?
We rebounded. That's going to be the key going forward. We got to keep those guys off the boards, limit their second chance points. We got back pretty well.
Exactly what I
We
was
also have to
saying,
make
bro.
shots, so never get me wrong. But I'm glad we get some people back.
You had a 40-point triple-double tonight in an NBA Finals game. That is the best
I didn't know
game
he
of
was
your
40-point
career
triple-double
so far.
good.
What was your mindset throughout every minute?
Win. I
Win.
don't care about a triple. I don't care about none of that. I really don't. I want to win. We did that.
Sound like
I'm happy
D
with the
Rose,
outcome.
man.
How would you guys reset
That
this
was
series
up.
now that it's 2-1?
That was
I think we realized that we belong. That they can't be beat.
sound
We
like a
do
true
what we're supposed to
competitor.
do. But coming the next game, I know they're going to be so much better. And we got to be able to match that energy.
Congratulations, Jimmy Butler.
Appreciate you.
Thanks, Mike. Back to you.
All right, Rachel. Only 4 times in finals history as a team
It feels
won the title
good.
after trailing 2-0 in the finals. One of those was 2006, the Miami Heat. That's when Dwayne Wade was extraordinary, brought them back against the Dallas Mavericks. Well, Jimmy Butler, without 2 of his key star players, out for the second straight game with an injury, puts on a performance for the ages. And Game 4 will have a different feel to it. The NBA Finals continue Tuesday night on ABC. NBA
Well,
Countdown begins our coverage.
That's all, folks.
For Game 4, shortly after
Catch y'all next time, man.